Greetings, Ben, with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. So again, today, continuation. This is the final episode 3 of 3, recapping my webinar that I held this week with guest expert Omeed Tabiei. He is an attorney for SaaS companies, a corporate attorney, and helps them prepare for exits, among other things. So he dropped a ton of knowledge, and be sure to watch that replay, grab his slides. I have a link in the show notes to my No Fluff course series, and it's well worth a listen because that's a checklist of how to prepare for an exit. And it's going to save you a ton of headache down the road. Even if you have an exit, you're thinking 3, 4, 5 years down the road, there's just some housekeeping, the maintenance that you can do right now. So you're better prepared for that and you don't have headaches at exit time. So today, covering tactics or strategies 7, 8, 9. Be sure to listen to the previous 2 episodes covered 1 through 6. And again, check out those show notes. Well worth a listen. The value that he provided, again, he came on for free and well worth a listen. So again, tactics 7, 8, 9. We'll talk about 7, have strong vendor contracts. So here I learned in the exit process, like whenever we sign a contract with a vendor, whether that's, again, a contractor, a consulting agency, some outside service, one, I'm always keeping those contracts and storing those in a vendor contract folder because those will come up, one, just in due diligence of give me all your major vendor contracts. They want to see your Salesforce or HubSpot contract, all those major agreements, your rent agreements, and so on. So I learned everything you signed with an outside party. Save those, keep them in a folder because then it's going to make your due diligence life easier. One, as a CFO, because that's going to come back to you. So vendor contracts. One big thing here is say we're hiring a R&D, a dev firm, right? We need a little bit of outsourced development to supplement our team. Again, this gets back to yesterday's episode around IP assignment, that we have clear ownership of IP in those agreements if we have a dev firm helping us, supplementing our internal dev team. And then then there could be things as far as change of control provisions. And I forgot to mention that actually in yesterday's episode, change of control in our customer contracts, so important that we have that in there. And then document management, just keeping all these contracts, having a system, also maybe tracking performance against SLAs for contracts. So the big thing for me, from my perspective with number 7 and vendor contracts, when I've gone through an exit, one is IP. Are we using any outside dev firms, that we have clear ownership of that IP and that they've satisfied the contracts and there are no outstanding payments or disputes with those vendor contracts. So number 8, identify and mitigate potential legal risks in high value exits. One big thing that comes to mind here, sales and use tax. Are we collecting, remitting sales and use tax? If we are, great. We've hopefully done those studies to show where we should be collecting and remitting, and also where we're not, that we've proven that we don't have to collect and remit in those jurisdictions, whether that's locally in, city, county, state level in the US or abroad. So sales tax is now a big deal. Back in the day, founders kind of just, bury their head in the sand and we'll deal with that later. Now, as part of an exit and due diligence, you're going to be asked about sales and use tax. And now there's a ton of great software out there that helps you with that. Check out my 5th annual tech stack report. I'll throw in a link there to the top tax solutions that are helping SaaS companies. So that's a big one with number 8. Of course, there are more. Make sure you check out the replay and the slides. And then learn the art of navigating complex M&A negotiations, right? So this really, with number 9, is just understanding the big thing that Omeed mentioned here. There can be deal fatigue, that we're prepared. We have our advisors in place, our corporate attorney, tax attorney, whoever else we need. That deal fatigue, that's one thing you brought up, is a big thing. So if things slow down, if we're not providing data, taking a long time to negotiate, sometimes those buyers get tired and then they just want to back out because they just can't check all the boxes, do all the due diligence, get all the data, and feel good about the asset that they're buying. So again, those are tactics 7, 8, and 9. Check out the previous 2 episodes and also definitely check out the replay and the slides in my No Fluff course series. And that link is in the show notes. Thanks.